Welcome you all to my class on linguistics. Dear students of honors third year, I am meeting you after a long time because I was busy taking classes with the students of honors fourth year. Right now, from now onwards, I will try to take classes on linguistics and other courses that I take. And in the past, I can still remember that I explained consonant sounds, both manner of articulation and place of articulation. Now, in this class, basically I will explain vowel sounds. And before explaining vowel sounds, at first I want to show you a diagram, a kind of picture. And this picture or diagram is very important to understand vowel sounds. Now you all know that what is vowel sound. Now you know vowels A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels, but sounds you will have more sounds than the number of vowels. And here is the diagram that I wanted to show you. This diagram is not that much clear over here. I tried to make it clear, but I couldn't. But I provided you the material, and I hope that when you will attend this class, you will keep the material, I mean the uh, paper open in front of you so that you can make a connection between what I am saying, and I will basically explain from that particular material that I supplied in advance, obviously. Now, this is the diagram. So, what does this diagram show? This diagram shows the position of articulation of different vowel sounds. Now, look at this diagram that you will see some words that may seem unfamiliar to you right now. At the top, you can see front, central, back. So, what does it mean? Front, central, back. Now, vowel sounds are basically produced in the vocal tract. I repeat, vowel sounds are basically pronounced in the vocal tract, and these sounds are either are produced either in the central part of the vocal tract, or at the back part of the vocal tract, or in the front part of the vocal tract. So these sounds, I mean these vowel sounds, are produced. It can be produced in the back part of the vocal tract, in the back part of the vocal tract, in the central part of the vocal tract, or in the front part of the vocal tract. Now remember one thing, that when I explained consonant sounds, I said that tongue is basically the most active articulator, and the palate was involved. Sometimes alveolar ridge or alveolar was involved. Now different parts of the mouth were involved in articulating consonant sounds. But in case of vowel sounds, basically the air comes, uh, obviously comes from lungs, and it comes and passes through the vocal tract. And the function of tongue and other parts in the mouth, they almost remain absent. Why? Because this is the nature of vowel sounds, that we will try to pronounce those vowel sounds. I am not saying vowel, I am saying vowel sounds, because there are five vowels, but when you will pronounce the sounds, you will get more than five sounds. So sounds are important for us, not simply the alphabet, vowel alphabets, that they are not important. For us, the sounds are important. Now, close, half open, open. What does it mean? It basically indicates the movement of the lips, or the position of the lips. Basically, the position of the lips. So, if the two lips are in open position, then you can say it's open vowel. How? I will explain. Half open, then it's not fully open, it's just below the position of open. Half closed, it's not fully closed, it's almost closed, but not fully closed. Close I will say close, it's almost fully closed. What I am saying, I am talking about the two lips, the upper lip and the lower lip. So let's try to pronounce that. What do I try to mean? What do I want to mean? Now there is an example like ah, 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 ah. You can notice that two lips are open, fully open. Ah, ah. Now, when you will pronounce words like this, had, ha, ha, ah, ha, ha, he, ha, had. So, a is not that much open as ah is. I am repeating, a, ah. So a is not that much open. Our lips are not that much open when we are pronouncing a and when we are pronouncing ah. So when we are pronouncing ah, then it's open, more open, and when we are pronouncing a, it's less open. And when I'm pronouncing hit, 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 you can notice that it's less open than half open. That's why we are saying it's half closed. It's not fully closed. Hit, hit, hit. But when we are saying heat, 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 it becomes almost closed, not fully full. If you fully close, then you cannot pronounce the sound. So heat, heat. Our lips are almost, both the lips are almost closed. Half closed, heat, hit, 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 heat, hit, heat. You can differentiate. When you are saying hit, 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 heat. When you are saying heat, I will tell you why I am pronouncing heat and heat. I will tell you the difference again and again. But at first I am just trying to make you understand the diagram, because this diagram I will use again and again. I will use it again and again. Why I will use it, I am telling you, because if you can remember this diagram, then you will be able to write the position of your lips and of your vocal tract very easily. And if you cannot remember this diagram, then things will be very difficult for you, as you will notice in my next slides. Now, front, central and back, these are the positions of the vocal tract from where the sound originates. I will tell you. Close, half open, open. We are talking about the movement of the lips. And not only that, or some linguists say mouth as well. So close, half open, open, movement or position of the lips, or you can also say mouth. Whether it's open or not, that's what I'm saying. Round and unround, this is purely lips. Whether the lip is round or unround. So you will definitely ask, sir, what does it mean? Again, notice what I'm doing. Had, had, head, heat, heat. My lips are flat, you know. Forget open, half close and close. This distinction or division, forget it right now. Right now, just try to realize whether my lips are round or not round or unround. I am again pronouncing those words: had, head, heed, heed. My lips are flat, it's unround, not round. It will become round when I will pronounce words like this: aw, 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 ooh, 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 aw, aw. So, when you listen to me, you have to notice about the position or the movement of my lips. So what do you see when I'm saying or or my lips are round, but when I'm saying had, had, the lips are unround. When I am saying ah, 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 my lips or my mouth, you can also say open. When I am saying had, 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 it's unround and it's half open. So that's what I wanted to mean. And when I will go to go to different vowel sounds, you will understand the differences as well. Now let's go to the sounds. I am straight going to monophthongs. What does monophthong mean? Basically, monophthong is a term used in phonetic classification. The question is, what is monophthong? Describe different monophthongs in English. Monophthong is a term used in phonetic classification of vowel sounds on the basis of their manner of articulation. So, we are talking about monophthongs. So, monophthongs basically indicate the sounds and on the basis of their manner of articulation, how we are articulating the sounds. A monophthong is a pure vowel articulated without any obstacle in vocal tract. Remember this. Our vowel sounds don't face any obstacle in the vocal tract. That's not the way vowel sounds are produced. That's the way uh, when some consonant sounds are produced, but not vowel sounds. And people who are singers, they practice, classical music when they practice. You will notice that instead of, using consonant pronunciation, they never say ba, ka, they say ah. So that is how they practice the classical music. Why? Because if the vowel sounds can be pronounced, or if they can, gain mastery pronouncing or in articulating vowel sounds, if they can successfully, bring the air from their lungs freely and comfortably, then they can easily use the consonant sounds. So that is why when they practice, the classical music, they simply, you will see, they simply say ah or something like that. But this is the most important part of learning music, because if you can, again I'm saying, if you can gain mastery, do you know why our pronunciation differs from the pronunciation of the uh, English speaking people, British people or American people or Australian people? Basically, let's say British people. Why does it differ? It differs basically for the difference in our articulation of vowel sounds and their articulation of vowel sounds. In case of consonant sounds, it's more or less same. Well, there is a difference like flapping. What is flapping? Like we say matter, they say matter. So this is the slight or subtle difference when we pronounce consonant sounds. But basically the difference lies in the articulation of vowel sounds between the English speaking people and the non-English speaking people, or English where English is second language or foreign language. That is simple vowels like ah. So you will again ask me questions, sir, why and there are double dots. I will explain, which maintain a relatively constant position throughout, are called monophthongs. So, what is monophthong? Monophthong is vowel sound, not vowel. I am saying vowel sound. English has 12 monophthongs. These monophthongs are described below. Now, I will explain one by one what are the 12 monophthongs. Remember, 12 monophthongs are basically 12 vowel sounds in English. So there are 5 vowels, but there are 12 vowel sounds. How and why? Try to, in English, try to, but in Bangla there is one very interesting thing, what you will notice now. Now, we have a wrong way in articulating vowel sounds in Bangla. Our way is not wrong, but the way we learn, the way sometimes we are taught that way is wrong. But it's okay. Nobody asked people to pronounce in that manner. It's okay. But the way we learn or the way we are taught to articulate vowel sounds, that is wrong. We say shoreo, it's wrong. We will say o. We say shorea, that's wrong. Shoro borno, from that shoro a. So we will not say that. We will say o, a, e. Now, how will you pronounce dirgho e? That is interesting part, the double dot. When you will see double dot, it's long vowel. Short vowel means it's short. The vowel is short. You don't need to articulate it for a long time or for more time. Now I'm saying short vowel, long vowel. U, short vowel, oo, long vowel. Do you understand what I'm saying? O, short vowel, o, long vowel. So, how can we identify long vowels? When you will see this colon or double dot, then you have to consider this as long vowel. That means you have to pronounce it longer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hopefully, yes, you understand. When you will see double dot or colon, it indicates it's a long vowel. That means you have to articulate it longer. So, oo, oo, oo. This is short vowel. Oo. This is long vowel. So, these monophthongs, these 12 monophthongs, they have different natures. And they have different characteristics. And we will also explain the characteristics. What I am trying to mean, that there can be 5 vowels, but vowel sounds are more than the number of vowels. And these sounds are more important. And these vowel sounds are so important for articulating any language that it basically makes the difference in pronunciation from one person to another person. If your pronunciation in vowel, if your articulation of vowel is like the British people or like the American people, then you will observe a kind of difference in your tone, in your speaking, and in your fluency as well. So which maintain a relatively constant position throughout are called monophthongs. English has 12 monophthongs. These monophthongs are described below. Now the first monophthong is E. I was telling you, from now onwards, never say shoryo and never teach your sisters, younger sisters, brothers, and in future your children, never say shoryo, shoreya, roshoi, dirghoi, never say that. Say o, a, e, e, u, u. Because when you read Bangla, do you ever say hashu to or you say ut? You know, the pronunciation of consonant sounds, it remains okay, no problem. Kak, ko, kak, there is no problem. But in case of vowels, the pronunciation is more than the alphabet. The pronunciation is more important than the alphabet. We never say roshu to. We say ut. And that is exactly what you have to remember. What I said, that if you find double dot or colon, then it indicates long vowel. Now, by this time, we have learned certain words like rounded or unrounded. Now, whenever I will give you one monophthong, how many monophthongs are there? What does monophthong mean? Monophthong means single vowel sound. Monophthong doesn't indicate vowel, it indicates single vowel sound. This single vowel sound can be short, can be long, that doesn't matter. E, E, both are single sound, but one is shorter, the other is longer. There is, so I hope that you will not face any problem. I am again telling you, double dot doesn't mean two vowel sounds. Double dot means single vowel sound but longer. So one is short vowel sound, and the other is longer vowel sound, but say I mean single vowel sound. Now E, what we see over here, E, don't say I, E, E. So you can easily guess what will be the shorter version, E, E, and the two dots will be missing over there. So the first monophthong we will discuss is E. You can say, sir, we will change the position instead of E. I will start with E. No problem. It can be observed in the words like sheep, sheep, seen, heat. Now you can see in the word heat, basically there is E and there is A. But can you pronounce the word, I mean, according to the alphabet? Can you say what is the pronunciation of E? Will you say A? E. In most cases, it goes for A. So hate. Will you say hate? No. You are saying heat. So the existing vowels even don't give you the right pronunciation. That is why I am telling you repeatedly that pronunciation or articulation of the sound in case of vowels is more important than the alphabets. There is E and A, but this E and A, they have been merged into single vowel sound, which is E. E and A, they are two vowels. There is no doubt. They are two alphabets and they are two vowels. But these two vowels have been merged into a single vowel sound. So it can happen. In case of sin, you may say there is double E, so there is no confusion. In case of sheep, there is sheep. There is no confusion because there is double E. So we are saying sheep, sheep. We are saying seen, seen. We are in the same way we will say heat, but there are two different vowels, but the pronunciation is same, as we did in case of sheep and seen. I mean long E, long E. So when you will you will notice in the Oxford Dictionary or Cambridge Dictionary, you will see that after the word there is a slash, and then the pronunciation is given. I mean through phonetic symbols, the right pronunciation is given. So you have to follow that always. Cheap, bin, min, kin, hill, mill. So these are the words in which you will see long E. And how we will pronounce long E? Long E in Bangla, basically if you want to compare it in Bangla, it's not possible to compare these sounds always with Bangla. But still, I'm just trying to compare. It's Dirgho E, E, E. So this is relatively long vowel. Of course, long vowel there is double dot, which is pronounced with the lips in a relatively close and unrounded position. Now, I showed you the diagram. That is why I say the diagram is important, because if you can just keep the diagram in your mind, then the description of the monophthongs will be much easier for you. Why? Because just simply keep the diagram in your mind, and then you can say, what about the position of the lips? Whether it's in a closed position, it's in a half closed position, it's in a rounded position, or it's in unrounded position. So if you can just keep the diagram in your mind, you can easily explain the 12 monophthongs. It is pronounced in the front part of the vocal tract. Now, with these things, we will go back to the diagram to just tell you that where does E stand. Let's go to the diagram. E, look at the left. E, heat, heat, heat. So can you notice that it's in the front part of the vocal tract, and it's close, and it's unround. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom, the horizontal line, unround. So where does it belong? So E, E, it's a long vowel. That's clear because there is double dot, and we are saying it's a long vowel, heed, and it's produced in the front part of the vocal tract, and it's in almost in closed position and unrounded position. So if you can remember this diagram in your mind, then things will be much easier for you to understand. We are saying it in a relatively close and unrounded position. It's pronounced in the front part of the vocal tract. Now you understand. We are discussing 12 monophthongs. Monophthongs are vowel sounds, single vowel sounds, remember. Now there are 12 monophthongs. And among these 12 monophthongs, there are some monophthongs which are long and some are short. How will you recognize the long monophthongs or long vowels? If you find two dots, that is visual recognition, and if you feel the necessity of holding the pronunciation longer or keeping the pronunciation longer, then you can understand it's a long vowel. So you will find this long vowel in the examples of words like sheep, seen, heat, cheap, been, mean, keen, heel, meat, meal, etc. So again, how many characteristics we are discussing? When you will discuss a monophthong, when you will discuss these 12 monophthongs, you have to focus on four characteristics, whether it's a short vowel or a long vowel. Not four, five characteristics. At first, just try to identify whether it's a long vowel or a short vowel. It's a long vowel. Then give the examples of words where you can find this long vowel. We have given the example: sheep, seen, heat, cheap, been, mean, and keen, heel, meal. Then we are saying it's a long vowel. Then say whether it's in a closed position, your lips or mouth, it's in a closed position or half closed position or half open position or open position. Say this. And then say whether it's in a rounded position. I mean, I am talking about the movement or the position of the lips. Whether it's in a rounded position or it's in unrounded position. And whether it's pronounced in the central part of the vocal tract, front part of the vocal tract, or back part of the vocal tract. So if you keep these five characteristics in your mind, and if you analyze each monophthong from in terms of these five characteristics, then the job is done. Don't look at this analysis, don't look at monophthongs, and don't look at linguistics from a different point of view. Look at it, try to consider this subject and this part of the subject as something very easy. Don't think it's difficult, it's very simple. It's like mathematics. You have to just know the formula. So what formula did I say? I said that you have to look at, there are 12 monophthongs, you have to look at one monophthong and you have to analyze it from five different views. And what are the five different views? I have already said, and I will continue saying this thing again and again. The second monophthong is E. For example, the previous one was E, and this one is E. And you must have noticed that I didn't use the double dot or the colon. We find it in the words like it, sin, hit, mill, tin, pin, and lip, etc. This is a short vowel. You have already noticed this. It's a short vowel because there is no double dot. It is pronounced with the lips in a half close. So whatever the position of lips, half close. Sin, hit. Look at the position of my lips. Sin. Not fully closed, half closed, they are saying. There is subtle difference between half closed and closed. Sometimes you will notice over here, and I must tell you one more thing, that in the diagram, in 2 or 3 cases, we will face some problem. Because it's not 100% possible to maintain the position of every sound in the diagram. Because, for example, one sound supports one characteristic, but it doesn't support another characteristic. So inserting the sound in a particular position becomes difficult. But in 90% cases, the diagram is successful. Now this is a short vowel. It is pronounced with the lips in a half closed position. Sit, pin. Look at the position of my lips. Sit, pin. E, 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 E. So it's half closed position. Not close, half close. Uh, Wider than the previous one. The previous one was close. E, E, sheep, sheep, seen, he. And this one is not that much close, half close. Why? Because it's a short vowel. Sin, sin, not that much, close. When I'm saying he, the two lips are closer. You must have noticed that two lips are almost closed. Heat, keen, sheep. But when I'm saying hit, it's not that much close when I'm pronouncing heat or sheep. So that's exactly what I am trying to make you understand. And unrounded, I say that it's the position of my lips is unrounded. How? When I'm saying saw, it's rounded. But when I'm saying sin, hit, mill, it's flat. It's not rounded. It's unrounded. This vowel is pronounced in the front centralized part of vocal tract. Front centralized part, not fully central, not fully front, just above the central part. So this is the vocal tract, this is the vocal tract. And how will you notice it? How will you understand it? You have to pronounce it. Let's pronounce E, 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 and try to feel E. Try to feel E, E, E. So it's in the front centralized part of the vocal tract. So again, let's look at the monophthong from 5 point of views. Number one, it's small. It's a short vowel. And secondly, the examples seen, hit, meal, tin, pin. You have to tell the examples. Thirdly, it's pronounced with the lips, whether it's closed, half closed, or open or half open. That is another characteristic. Whether it's rounded or unrounded, that is another characteristic. I mean, my lips are rounded or unrounded. And where does the vowel originate? It originates in the front centralized part of the vocal tract. So these are the characteristics that we find over here. Now let's go to the diagram again. You see, look at the diagram. Hit. So where is it? It's in half closed position. And in which part? It's the front. We say centralized front, but basically front, you can say. That is how you have to. I say that it's not possible to maintain 100% accuracy, but you can say it's half close, you can say it's front. If you forget the phrase centralized front, no problem, you can say it's front. Now whether it's rounded or unrounded, you can see it's unrounded. So dear students, I'm telling you repeatedly that if you can just keep this diagram in your mind, then things will be much easier for you to understand. And it's a front vowel. It's a short vowel because there is no colon or no double dot. It's it's a half close. Look at the diagram. Hit. It's half close, and it's unrounded. So that's how we have to read. The third monophthong is A. Don't say E. This short vowel is found in the words, and you have already realized one thing, that if there is no dot, then it's obviously short vowel, and it has to be pronounced, in that manner. So men, pen, ten, these are the examples. So you have already got two characteristics. Number one, it's a short vowel, and number two, some examples. It is pronounced with the lips in between half closed and half open. So what about the position of lips? A, it's neither half closed nor half open. It's in between half closed and half open. And unrounded, sprayed. So unrounded or rounded, you can easily guess it. It's obviously the lips are unrounded. It's sprayed position. And this is produced in the front part of the vocal tract, and this vowel is also produced in the front part, in the upper part of the vocal tract. So these are the characteristics. It's a short vowel, and the examples are main, pen, ten, etc. And it's pronounced with the lips in between half closed and half open. So that's the lip position. And unrounded, obviously, this is produced in the front part of the vocal tract. Now let's go to the diagram again. And where do we find it? Head. Head. So what have we noticed by this time? Head. It's unrounded and head. It's unrounded. It's between half closed and half open. Look at the diagram. And produced in the front part of the vocal tract. So that's why I'm telling you to remember this diagram. Now I will explain the rest of the monophthongs. I will not come to this diagram again and again, because by this time I have tried to make you understand that when you will analyze the 12 or when you will explain the characteristics of 12 monophthongs, just keep the diagram, draw the diagram first, then try to analyze the 12 monophthongs. Things will be much easier for you in that case. And now the next monophthong, the fourth monophthong, is a, a, a. You can easily guess a. This is found, so it's not long vowel, it's short vowel. This is found in the words trap, bad, man, bat, cat, etc. This is another short vowel. You can easily guess it. It's a short vowel, which is produced in the front part of the vocal tract. Try to pronounce a, a. You will notice that it's basically the sound originates in the upper portion or the front part, a, a, a. So it's produced in the front part of the vocal tract. This is pronounced with the lips half open and unrounded. Half open. The position of the lips is half open. A, a. It's not fully open. It's not fully open. It's half open. That means half open means that very close to open. Half close means close to, very close to close. So half open means that it's not fully open but half open. So again I am pronouncing a, a. When it's fully open, it will be like this, But when it's half open, a, a. You can notice the difference even in the position of my lips. When I'm saying you can notice that it's fully open. When I'm saying a, it's not fully open, it's half open. This is pronounced with the lips half open and unrounded position. So unrounded means that when it's straight, and rounded, my lips are rounded, round. So it's unround position. Now let's go to the next monophthong. The fifth monophthong is a. So you can easily notice that it's a long vowel. This is observed in words starts, father, 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 starts, bad, long, in Bangla what we say, Sharia. So I said that you will not say Sharia, you will say you will say o. So that is the right pronunciation. Bad, card, farm. So this is a long vowel. You know it already. It is produced in the back part of the vocal tract. So it's basically the sound originates in the back part. You can notice the difference between the previous one. Just pronounce with me, and we want to differentiate that how does the vowel sound originate either in the front part of the vocal tract or in the back part of the vocal tract. We have got two vowel sounds over here. One is a and the other is a. Just pronounce like me. A, bat, man. You can notice that it originates in the front part of the vocal tract. But when you are saying you can feel it's coming from the back part of your vocal tract. So that is important to notice, and I'm showing all these things so that you can have a practical knowledge that how sounds originate. This vowel is pronounced with the lips in a completely open and unrounded position. So our lips is completely open. Ah, 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 an unrounded position, not rounded. It's spread, it's open, but not rounded. Rounded is something like this. It's open, but it's not round. Ah, ah, ah. And it's a spread position. Now let's go to the next one. The sixth monophthong is how we will pronounce it. I will tell you. This is a long vowel which is produced in the central part of the vocal tract. This vowel is pronounced with the lips in half closed and unrounded position. So it's not rounded position, it's in unrounded position. We find this sound in the words, bird, girl, shirt. So these are the examples. Now let's go. In this case, we have to go to the diagram. But before going there, let's try to understand the characteristics again. That this is a long vowel. You can easily gaze because there is a dot, and which is produced in the central part of the vocal tract. So bird, bird, bird. So, central part. Bird, girls, girl. So in the central part, shirt, shirt, shirt. So it's not fully it's not fully we will go to that position and we will again pronounce, and it's an unrounded position. Let's go to the diagram again. It's important. Now look at the middle, BIRD, BIRD, and we are saying it's unrounded. So you will get confused when we will pronounce or. There is a confusion, though we have not yet discussed it, but since there is a confusion, that's why I am discussing. Now look at the first one, the example which one I am discussing. So the example is bird, 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 uh, 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 so bird. So that's long. And when I will pronounce saw, or it's straight, or. But when I'm saying this one, bird, it's not fully it's not fully bird, bird, shirt, girl, girls. So that is the difference. And this one is pronounced in the central part of the vocal tract. And when I will say saw or, that is in the back part. So when I am saying it originates in the central part of my vocal tract, and the example is bird, bird, bird. And when I'm saying saw, it's coming from the back part of my vocal tract. So that is one difference. The other difference is one is not rounded, one is unrounded. Bird, 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 girl, girl. This is unrounded. But when I'm saying saw or, this is rounded. So don't get confused between these two long vowels. I hope that you will remember this difference. Now, this one I explain. We find this sound in the words like bird, girl, shirt. So I have already discussed. The next one is next monophthong is or. Very simple. This can be observed in the words lot, or, odd, dog, pot, etc. This is a short vowel. You can easily guess it's a short vowel. It is produced in the back part of the vocal tract. You must have noticed one thing. These are basically coming from the back part of the vocal tract. Sounds either short or long. Whether the vowel is short like or these are basically coming from the back part of the vocal tract. So the examples are lot, odd, dog, pot, etc. This is a short vowel, we all know that. It is produced in the back of the vocal tract, I have said, with the lips in a half open and rounded position. That is important. Half open position, not full open. Uh, uh, Then we will see full open. Uh, Pot, dog, dog, pot, odd. Now, my lips are rounded. Aw, 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 pot, pot. Not fully open, almost open. Pot, pot, dog, odd, pot. So, remember this one, that this is rounded, our lips are in rounded position and in half open position. The eighth monophthong is, I have already discussed and said the difference between this one and another one. This is found in the words like thought, or, long or, law, not, lord, short. It's a long vowel. This is produced in the back part of the vocal tract. I have already said that these are coming from the back part of the vocal tract. And it's between half closed and half open and rounded position. This is confusing. Half closed and half open. So I told you that one or two confusion will be there. So this one I will just tell you to keep it in your mind, that the position is half closed and half open. So it's very tough to maintain. We are not the first speaker of English, or we are not the speaker of English. So it's difficult for the foreign speakers, or speakers of second language speakers. It's difficult to understand. But still, I remember one thing: or the position is rounded, or and half closed and half open. So it's between half closed and half open. So it's not that much open. So the previous one was half open position. Rather, this one is open, or, but this one is less open, and it's between half closed and half open. So less open than the previous one. Or, but rounded. Or, and it's a long vowel. You must have noticed. The ninth monophthong is ah, ah. No, this one is very difficult to pronounce, and I will tell you the examples first. And the examples are about. It's not a, it's not a, it's not all. It's a different type, and this is basically, these are the pronunciation for which our articulation of language, our pronunciation of language varies from the pronunciation of the British people and the American people. Go, 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 go. So I'm not saying a, I'm not saying a, I'm saying in between a and a. A go, alarm, today, 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 perhaps, 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 perhaps. So I'm not saying par, I'm not saying pair, I'm not saying pair, I'm saying perhaps, per, per, ah, So this is tough, but just try to memorize and don't laugh or don't smile. Uh, Now this is produced in the central part of the vocal tract, and it originates in the central part of the vocal tract. It is produced with the lips in their half open and unrounded position, perhaps. So lips are not round, and it's in half open position. It's not full open, perhaps uh, 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 half open position, and sprayed. Lips are sprayed, not fully open. The tenth is simply ah. It's very easy. This can be observed in the words like kap, mad, nat, shat, lab, blood, ah. In Bangla, it's sharia, you say, but as I told you, to pronounce ah. This monophthong is produced in the central part of the vocal tract, and it's produced in the central part of the vocal tract with the lips in their open and unrounded position. So lips are open, fully open. Ah. And unrounded, it's not rounded. When you will say O, then the lips are rounded, but when you will say A, the lips are spread and are not rounded. And it's a short vowel, obviously. So since this one is easy, I didn't explain that much. The 11th monophthong is oo, not you, oo, oo. This is found in words like book, look, cook, etc. This is articulated in the back centralized part, so almost the back part of the vocal tract, with the lips in their half closed position, oo, oo, not fully closed but almost closed, oo, 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 and rounded position. Look at the position of my lips, rounded, oo, oo, oo. My lips are rounded, so oo. In these cases, the lips become rounded, and it's half closed, almost closed, and it's a short vowel. You have already noticed. The 12th monophthong is oo. I mean the oo and oo. This one is longer. And it is found in the words like fool, cool, tool, etc. This is pronounced in the back part of the vocal tract. So where does it originate? It originates in the back part of the vocal tract. Ooh, ooh. You can try. You can try like me. Ooh, ooh. With the lips in their close, almost close position, almost close, and rounded positions. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Almost close. Close means if you fully close your lips, then it's not possible. Almost close. It's a long vowel, you see. It's a long vowel. Monophthongs are very important for ESL, and that's what the ending of this lecture. Now, dear students, what I did in today's class, I wanted to make you understand about the 12 monophthongs and vowel sounds, but one more important thing is still left in vowel sounds, that is diphthong, I mean double vowel sounds. And diphthongs are also very important, and you know, two vowel sounds, diphthongs, and I will explain diphthongs in my next class. And this class, I hope that you will attend this class, and you have to look at the diagram very carefully. And I will take your, next class. I will give notice when I will take the next class, and in that class I will explain diphthongs of vowel sounds. And till then, I want to tell you goodbye, and I will request you to stay at home as far as possible. So stay safe. Thank you very much for today's class.